All barricades erected. Area locked down.
Why, hello there! Yeah, that was very loud. I promise blew your eardrums. But anyways, hello, my name is JerDude0711 or Jeremy, and welcome to the very first episode of The Direction. But before we dive into that, if you have not a clue who I am, I'm a 13-year-old commentator who talks very loud some of the time. Sometimes I talk really quiet, often quiet, but talking really loud. But my previous take was extremely bad. It was no. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna sort of calm down a little bit, But anyways, I'm sure some of you remember me. I posted a video back in March, but my channel's sort of been on the rocks since then, and I haven't really been posting too consistently. I have been in July, but in August I'm insanely busy, so probably only a couple of videos a week on my personal channel. But in September and in fall in general, I'll be booting it back up and going to high speed, like a video a day probably. But till then, 2 videos a week I'm assuming, and I'll hopefully be posting every once in a while here on the channel. In the fall, once again, I'll be posting more often, like once a week here. And anyways, yeah, let's kick off the actual show, which is called The Direction. And I came up with this while being in the shower the other day. I'm not sure what I was cleaning myself, obviously, and the direction popped in my head, straight from heaven, straight from God, hallelujah. And pretty much the premise of the show is gonna be it's gonna be me talking about random stuff, because I like to talk about random stuff, just such as gaming. First episode right here, movies, music, television things, just a lot of entertainment, pretty much mainstream things, I guess you could say, and other things, I guess, very hyper on this wild cherry Pepsi. More broader topics in life, such as someone say school, sleeping, the direction of sleeping. Stay tuned to episode number 27. And that's random stuff that I come up with. But anyways, so let's kick off the gaming and a little background history on my personal gaming things. I came around the end of the era of the PS1. It was actually when the PS2 just came out, but we couldn't afford one yet. I was only 3 years old at the time, but I started off with the PS1. Crash Bandicoot was my first series. And I spent hours upon hours playing that game. Back then, games took so much more time to just complete, and I just sort of think that now games, they're like, you have infinite respawns. Back in the dizzy, I love how I'm saying that, and I'm only 13. Games seemed like, well, you had lives, so say you lost all your lives, you'd have to restart like a certain set of levels or the level. I remember back in Crash Bandicoot 1, you had the islands and they're divided into half, and if you lost all your lives on a certain level, you'd have to go back and start at the beginning of that half of the island, and there was like 10 islands or something like that, but which really sucked if you had to restart. The set it was usually like 10 levels on each half of an island. But anyways, and just games they don't take as much time nowadays, because you don't have to invest a lot of things unless you're talking about MMOs, which are insanely boring, or other games like Skyrim, the Fallout series, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and just games seem like they're so much more geared toward the casual gamer nowadays. Which, yes, I guess it could be good in a sense, but for us quote-unquote hardcore gamers, I'm going to call myself that in quotation marks, because, I don't know, I do invest quite a bit of time into video games, and as well as my money's given all that YouTube money. No, not really, I don't make any money, but sad face, but and there's so much games that have definitely gotten way more mainstream than they were, say, 10 years ago when I first got into them. But yes, I guess it is good in a sense that video games they're starting to be looked into more of a better light than they were back in the day. My parents they don't really understand the whole fact of why you need to spend hours upon hours screaming at the television because someone had Dead Man's Hand. They don't understand that, but joke, troll. But yeah, casual, good or bad? Leave a comment. Do you think casual gaming is good or is it bad? But yeah, but anyways, and as well as another thing that I want to spread upon is that games has become that doesn't make any sense, more of a social aspect, which, don't get your panties in a knot, but I do definitely enjoy, like, having the sociability of multiplayer, but I personally think that I like the single player days back before multiplayer became this big thing. I'm not talking about the little wire you spread in between your Game Boy Advanced. Yeah, I remember that, playing Spyro and stuff, but gosh darn you, that court never worked. But just it seems to be more about like talking with other people, which is a lot of fun, but I sort of feel like the actual game, it's just a thing that makes time pass. And I actually like to invest a lot of time into games, and just I don't know how to put it. Just put time into games pretty much. But anyways, that was my little thoughts on the direction of gaming. I think it's going in a good direction. I apologize. I'll probably put up some pictures right here, but it's going in a good direction, not for the best, for the good. Yeah, for the good. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this, please rate as well as subscribe to the T-Dog channel right here, and also go check me out. And I apologize for the screen right now. Anyways, goodbye, and see you guys in the near future. Love you.